तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
विघ्नेश्वरा गणनाथ गजानन विघ्नेश्वरा गणनाथ गजानन पार्वती नंदन शुभानना पार्वती नंदन शुभानना मंगलमूर्ति श्री गणनाथा मंगलमूर्ति श्री गणनाथा जय गणनाथा श्री गणनाथा जय गणनाथा श्री गणनाथा जय गणनाथा श्री गणनाथा जय गणनाथा श्री गणनाथा अष्टविनायक शुभानना सिद्धिविनायक शुभानना विघ्नेश्वरा गणनाथ गजानन पार्वती नंदन शुभानना मंगलमूर्ति श्री गणनाथा जय गणनाथा श्री गणनाथा जय गणनाथा गणनाथ गजानन।
ओंकार रूपिणी जननी मां, मंगलकारिणी जननी ओंकार रूपिणी जननी ज्ञान विनोदिनी जननी ज्ञान विनोदिनी जननी आनंददायिनी जननी आनंददायिनी जननी जननी परतीश्वरी जननी परतीश्वरी जननी परतीश्वरी ओंकार रूपिणी जननी मंगलकारिणी जननी ओंकार रूपिणी जननी ज्ञान विनोदिनी जननी आनंददायिनी जननी जननी परतीश्वरी जननी परतीश्वरी जननी परतीश्वरी ओंकार रूपिणी जननी
शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर गिरिजावति भवानी शंकर हे गिरिजावति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो साई शिव शंकर शंभो हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो हे गिरिजावति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो साई शिव शंकर शंभो हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो जय पांडुरंग प्रभो विठ्ठला जय पांडुरंग प्रभो विठ्ठला जगतो धारा हरि विठ्ठला जगतो धारा हरि विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ विठ्ठला श्रीरमणी हृदयान्तरंगा श्रीरमणी हृदयान्तरंगा मंगलकर करुणातरंगा विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ विठ्ठला जय पांडुरंग प्रभो विठ्ठला जगतो धारा हरि विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ विठ्ठला श्रीरमणी हृदयान्तरंगा मंगलकर करुणातरंगा आशिष दीन जनावरंगा जगदोधारा हरि विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला पंढरीनाथ 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 विठ्ठला जगदोधारा हरि विठ्ठला मधुसूदना हे मुरलीधरा मधुसूदना हे मुरलीधरा माधवा केशवा देवादिदेवा माधवा केशवा देवादिदेवा मधुसूदना हे मुरलीधरा मनमोहना हे नारायणा मनमोहना हे नारायणा भुवनाभरणा वन्दित चरणा भुवनाभरणा वन्दित चरणा मधुसूदना हे मुरलीधरा माधवा केशवा देवादिदेवा मधुसूदना हे मुरलीधरा मनमोहना हे नारायणा नारायण सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मा 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 सत्यं ब्रह्मा ज्ञानं ब्रह्मा अनन्तं ब्रह्मा अनन्तं ब्रह्मा सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मा सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मा सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मा सत्यं ब्रह्मा ज्ञानं ब्रह्मा अनन्तं ब्रह्मा अनन्तं ब्रह्मा सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मा विठ्ठल विठ्ठल हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम भजो हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम भजो हरि विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम पांडुरंग विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम भजो हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम भजो हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल साई विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम भजो हरि विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम विठ्ठल विठ्ठल नाम भजो हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल हरि विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल साई विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल हरि विठ्ठला जय हो
If we can understand the role certain chemicals play in our brain in providing us with the experience of happiness, it will enable us to make better choices in our life. Recent advances in medical science, with the development of equipment such as the fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, PET, positron emissions tomography, and QEEG, quantitative electroencephalography, have enabled neurologists to peek into the brain and understand more about what happens in this black box as different moods pass through our mind. And they have discovered 4 chemicals prominently called the dose chemicals, which are responsible for our experience of happiness. Let us see what these are. First, we'll start with endorphins. Endorphin basically means endomorphine. We all know of morphine as a painkiller. Endo is within. So the painkiller generated within yourself is the endorphin chemical. And what does it do? It masks pain. It is particularly useful when you exercise. You stress and strain your muscles, joints, ligaments, and tissues. This creates the sensation of pain. However, this neurotransmitter, the chemical endorphin, masks that pain and enables human beings to go beyond a certain limit in their exercise. In fact, it also creates the sensation of the runner's high. So what is the runner's high? You ask runners, when they exert themselves, it makes them feel good. And the chemical creating that sensation is endorphin. This also explains the withdrawal symptoms. Those who exercise on a regular basis, the day they don't get their exercise, they experience a withdrawal symptom, very much like a drunkard who is unable to drink on a particular day. And the reason is they are not getting the endorphin kick on that day. This endorphin is also produced in the brain through laughter. Come now to the second neurotransmitter, chemical in the brain. This is oxytocin. It is the social bonding chemical. It is secreted in situations of social proximity. Makes you feel good about them. And that is why we humans seek out company, because the brain says it's such a nice feeling. So, in situations of social interaction, where you touch someone or maybe you hug your spouse, etc., you get this joyous feeling within, caused by oxytocin. This chemical has also enabled scientists to understand why dogs love their masters so much. When a dog is in proximity with its master, the brain creates so much of oxytocin, the dog experiences joy and thinks my master is the cause of the wonderful feeling I'm getting, and falls in love with the master over and over again. In the case of cats, invariably, cats love their place of habitat more than the master. If there's a choice, they would rather run back to the place they were living and forsake their master. So oxytocin, the social bonding chemical, now come to the third one. This is dopamine. Dopamine is a very enigmatic chemical. It creates the expectation of future happiness. It produces a momentary thrill that enables you to connect objects and people with pleasure. However, this chemical never really fulfills. And as you savor the pleasure created by dopamine, the problem is that in the moment of enjoyment, there is happiness, but then the feeling is gone. And so you create another desire to experience the feeling once more. And this time, you need a greater amount of dopamine to experience the same pleasure. So the desire increases. Ultimately, so many desires result in addictions. People who get addicted to alcohol or anything else, it is all a consequence of this brain chemical called dopamine. So remember, the wrong choices that we are making because of this chemical, we need to decode them. The happiness of dopamine can be compared to this situation. When, let's say, one day you wore a tight-fitting shoe. All day long you were in discomfort. And finally in the evening, when you took it off, you said, "Oh, thank God." Now, was that a positive experience of joy? Of course not. Likewise, when dopamine kicks in, it gives you the expectation, if I get the object of my enjoyment, of my senses, I will be thrilled. But it is accompanied with a pain. The desire is creating discomfort, and you wish to get rid of discomfort. I cannot be happy until I get that sense object. And finally, when you savor that object, the relief makes you experience temporary thrill. But then it's gone. And again you create the same desire. So the wrong choices we are making in our life, to a large extent, dopamine is responsible for it. It is creating associations of happiness with people and objects that are harmful for us. The fourth is the brain neurotransmitter called serotonin. Let's understand this from my latest book, The Art and Science of Happiness. Serotonin is one of the most important neurotransmitters for good mood. It is produced mostly in the gut and partly in the brain. It regulates sleep, appetite, and mood. It produces a calming effect and hence is powerful in fighting depression and reducing anxiety. In fact, most modern antidepressant drugs act by increasing the amount of serotonin available to the brain cells. Augmented serotonin levels uplift our moods. Serotonin needs nothing from the outside. It is created when you feel good about yourself. So when you exert to improve yourself, when you strive to grow, the brain secretes serotonin, giving you a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. Interestingly, it does not even depend upon how good you are, but the delta change for which you are striving, that gives the sense of fulfillment due to serotonin. And again, it is secreted in the brain when you think you are doing good. So when you are striving and exerting hard in alignment with a value or purpose that you truly believe in, it gives you a sense of fulfillment. So the happiness you will get from serotonin will be an inner sense of well-being. It will be a happiness that will be calming, that will be fulfilling, that will not merely thrill and work up a sense of excitement for running on the outside. It is the kind of happiness to chase. And for doing so, you need to focus on these two things. The first is to be good. Strive to improve yourself and become the best version of yourself. And secondly, strive to do good. Use your skills, aptitudes, talents in a manner that make a difference in the lives of one or more people. So when you exert yourself to be good and do good, that is when you feel good from within. A feeling that is satiating, calming, relaxing, and contributing to your well-being. Hence, at JK Yoga, we have the slogan, be good, do good, and feel good. Serotonin can also be created through laughter. That's right. When you laugh, it makes you feel good about yourself. There is tremendous power in laughter, as was highlighted by an American writer-philosopher called Norman Cousins. He was diagnosed with leukemia, blood cancer, and his strategy for dealing with it was very interesting. He got hold of 500 humor movies and started seeing them one after the other and made conscious attempts to laugh. And the consequence, his disease went into remission. So always sprinkle your life with a little bit of humor. Let's take inspiration from Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. He was the first of the only two field marshals of the Indian Army since independence. Prior to independence, he fought in the Second World War alongside with the British Army. And once in an operation where he was under an Australian general, after a tremendous act of gallantry, he was badly wounded with 7 bullets in his body. The Australian general thought he may not survive and gave him the Gallantry Award right on the battlefield. When he was taken to the army hospital, the doctor thought there's less chance for him to survive. Let me pay attention to other patients. But he asked Manekshaw, what happened to you? And the response he got was, I was kicked by a mule. That made the doctor laugh, and he tended to him, and Manekshaw got cured. The rest is history. There's another joke said about him. He once discovered an army man saluting his captain again and again. So Manekshaw stopped his jeep there and inquired what's going on. The captain said, Sir, as I was passing from here, he did not salute me, which is a necessity as per army rules. So I have given him a punishment. Very good punishment, said Manekshaw. But remember the army rules. When a soldier salutes to his captain, the captain must salute back. So for the next 2 hours, people in the regiment witnessed the scene of the soldier saluting his captain 1,000 times and the captain saluting back 1,000 times. So laugh your way to good health, well-being, and happiness. I am also reminded of this beautiful lady who approached Albert Einstein and said, "Look, you have got tremendous brains and I have got amazing beauty. Let's get married. Our child will have your brains and my beauty." Einstein refused the proposal. He said, "It is also possible our child may have my beauty and your brains, and that will be a disaster." So remember these 4 chemicals and utilize the knowledge to pepper your life with greater joy. We will move on now in the next episode to more serious discussions on happiness, like finding a higher purpose in our life.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Sathya Sai Hare, Bhakta Jana Samrakshak, Bhakta Jana Samrakshak, Bhakti Maheshwara. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Shashi Bhagana Shri Kara, Sarva Pranapati, Swami Sarva Pranapati, Ashrita Kalpaladika, Ashrita Kalpaladika, Apar-Pandava. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Mata-Pita Guru-Daivam Mariyantayu-Neeve, Swami Mariyantayu-Neeve, Nada Brahma Jagannatha, Nada Brahma Jagannatha, Nagendra Shayana. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Omkara Rupa Ujasvi Ujai Mahadeva, Sathya Sai Mahadeva, Mangala Arati Antuko, Mangala Arati Antuko, Mandara Giridhari. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Narayana Narayana, Om Satya Narayana Narayana Narayana, Narayana Narayana, Om Satya Narayana Narayana, Satya Narayana Narayana. Om Jai Sadgurudeva, Narayana Narayana, Om Satya Narayana Narayana Narayana, Narayana Narayana, Om Satya Narayana Narayana, Satya Narayana Narayana. Om Jai Sadgurudeva, Narayana Narayana, Om Satya Narayana Narayana Narayana, Narayana Narayana, Om Satya Narayana Narayana, Satya Narayana Narayana. Jai Sadgurudeva. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।